Hello and welcome to Python Pro Tips and Tricks series. Today I'll explore one of the powerful features of Python called list comprehensions and share some definitive tips. Please be on the lookout for bonus tip. Let's dive in. First up, let's look at the traditional way of creating the list. Let's start with creating the list of squares. Let's look at the traditional way of creating the list of squares from 0 to 9. So first let me create an empty list. Let's call that as squares, S-Q-U-A-R-E-S, squares. I'll just use the empty list. You know how to create the list with the square brackets. So let's execute this. So I'm going to write here itself so that it will be in the same cell. A for loop, because I have to create a list of values of squares from 0 to 9 for the digits. So I'm going to say for I in range of 10, because I need from 0 to 9 like I said. So notice the indentation for the semantic requirement of using a for loop. So I'll say my squares is the variable name, and I shall use the function that is available with list called append, and in the parenthesis I'll say I star star 2, meaning the exponentiation. So let us print the variable and see if it works. Yes, you can see here it has given the squares of all the digits from 0 to 9. This code works, but please recognize it's a bit lengthy. How do you further simplify this code? Here is a pro tip. You have to use list comprehensions. So let me show you how to create the same list using list comprehension. Let's implement the list comprehension. So this is how you do it. Take this object, just because I'm going to create the same list. Just take this object and open and close the brackets, and within the brackets say I star star 2, meaning the digit raised to the power 2 for squares. Then I'll include for loop here, in fact, for I in range of 10. Then I shall print the squares. Let us reuse the code and maximize the productivity here. So let's see how it goes. As you can see now, list comprehension condensed the for loop and the append statement into a single line of code. So made it much shorter, isn't it? Not just that, now the code is more readable and therefore more maintainable as well. You know what? How about applying some conditions on the list comprehension? Do you think we can apply some business rules on list comprehensions? Yes, we can. Let me show you how. Let's now look at creating a list of squares for even numbers between 0 and 9 using list comprehension. How do we do this? It's very easy. This is the specific tip that I want you to take note of. So I'll take the code in the previous cell and I'll go to the end of this and add my if condition. If I percentage 2 equals to 0. Notice it is double equals, equality. When you take a digit and divide it by 2 and the remainder is 0, then that number is even. That's it. Maybe you want to change the name of the variable to even here and then simply print this. So let's go ahead and say print and make a reference to that variable, and let's execute this code. There you go, 0, 4, 16, 36, 64. There you have it. List comprehensions are a neat way to make the code more concise and readable. Please go ahead and experiment more on the list comprehensions and explore how we can further simplify the code. Thanks for watching. If you liked these tips, please give a thumbs up. Please subscribe for more pro tips and tricks in Python. And you know what? Leave comments to tell us any suggestions, or if you have any queries related to list comprehensions, let me know. I'll see you next time. Bye bye. Happy learning.